Hello, I'm Chi. I'm the co-founder and CEO of ZettaBlock. We are an open development platform for AI economy 3.0. So a little bit of background about myself. Before ZettaBlock, I used to lead product management at Databricks, a Web2 data and AI infrastructure company. And before that, I did my PhD from UC Berkeley, focused on machine learning and causal inference, aka ethical AI or responsible AI. The first AI startup that I was building in 2018 was an automated machine learning platform company. So it's amazing to see a new wave, especially with the Gen AI, that is pushing AI to another level of adoption and intelligence. So a little bit just background about ZettaBlock. We have been building the solution since early 2022. And what we have been building in the beginning was trying to really tackle the AI landscape from data. The reason is simple. As we all know, data is actually the fundamental oil for everything that you can come up with models and any intelligence. So that's why in order to make model really able to achieve what we want and have like a high quality, high performance model, we have to have high quality data and with unique patterns that you want to insert into. So that's why in the last 2.5 years, we're very honored to work with a lot of great projects in the Web3 space and also like Web2 space, especially at this time, as we mentioned here, a lot of crypto companies such as EigenLayer, Story Protocols, and also Near, we work with them. And a little bit of context about what we are building. We basically build an open and trust-free AI development platform that enable guys to really foster an open and accessible ecosystem of data and models. So what does this mean? So basically, I'm going to give you a live demo later on to show you that how developers can prepare the data into the model-ready format and then use that data to train the model on top of our development network, and then they can inference the model and use the model for agent building or like some applications building. So let's dive into the demo. I'll give you the context about the case study here. So basically, OpenZeppelin is one of our customers. They build a lot of on-chain risk detection, fraud transaction detection bots on top of ZettaBlock. And how would that work is basically they combine a lot of like on-chain transaction data and also a lot of like off-chain label data and also like some KYC data into ZettaBlock. And then they did the data wrangling and data preparation and used the data prepared to train a machine learning model. So at that time, it's more like traditional models. And then once the model has been trained, you can use the real-time streaming data from ZettaBlock to do the real-time inference. And now, this time, what I want to demo to you is instead of like what OpenZeppelin built, this is actually a model that we co-built with Google, so GCP. And let me show you one thing, which is quite interesting. So as we all, some of you guys probably heard about this rug pull about like 200 days, like 7-8 months ago. So this is a rug pull that abracadabra money has been really like lost a lot of money. So we have this model, fraud transaction detection model, built on top of a transformer. So we basically fine-tuned transformer with a lot of like those unique labeled fraud transaction data. And here is just to show you we can predict that this transaction is really a positive fraud transaction with a very high level confidence score. So how did we do that? Now let's take a look at, and as you can see, it's very quick. And how did we do that? Let's start from here. So this is the platform we already released to the public. Later on this year, we're going to release the AI development platform with a GA availability as well. So this is to show you that you can now turn any transaction data into model-ready format. That is basically turn any transaction hash to inner traces. And what does that look like? It's basically look like this. So we prepared the training data and test data. And this is like, for example, like the test data. With the label 1 means this is a positive fraud transaction. And then this is a lot of like label data. We actually collected from multiple auditing company partners that are willing to participate into building this cutting-edge fraud detection use cases with ZettaBlock and GCP. And then basically, after this has been prepared, now we can then go to the notebook to start building this model on top of the transformer base, which actually is a BERT. And we turn any unique transaction, like address, into like specialized token. So how did that do is we prepare the data to like split that into training and testing, and then tokenize the address, and then process the data. And now here is getting interesting. So basically, we start training the transformer model on top of ZettaBlock network. Later on, I will show you like the command line. And basically, once that has been trained, and we publish the model actually to Hugging Face as well to show to people. And then you can do the inference, real-time inference on top of ZettaBlock, either using like a notebook to show or using API or like a terminal endpoints, just like what I showed on the terminal. And here, one thing, as you can see, if I am a developer and also building for a specific use case, what I want to really optimize this use case for is depending on the business needs here. So in the very beginning, we started with a model that has very high accuracy, but the recall is not necessarily high, which means that is not being able to detect the transaction fraudulent transaction well. But in this case, it's very important. I would rather have more false positive than false negative. Because if I have a lot for false negative, then that probably means I'm going to really screw up my treasury or like the money that on top of my protocol. So that's why we iterate the model building a few times. And now, as you can see, the recall score has been improved from almost like 60% to 80%. Which in this case, you can, of course, further improve that. And anyways, so the point here is, as you can see, now once the model has been building, you can use this model to do any prediction. So now let me do a real-time prediction here. We can go to Etherscan, and we can take a look at the latest transaction. So this transaction has just been pushed in 11 seconds ago. And we can take a look at this. So as you can see, this is most likely a negative fraudulent transaction prediction, so which means we're good to go. By the way, this is just to demonstrate that how the entire transaction and also like AI training, like a data preparation and model training and model inference process has been recorded on chain. So this is just an example we demonstrate that how we deploy the smart contract onto an OP testnet to demonstrate how this works. So basically, as you can see, we can record all those transactions with a different type of smart contract that we define here underlying. We actually defined over 15 smart contract and protocols underlying to track each of the steps in this AI preparation, basically data preparation and model training and model inference process. So this is pretty much like the end of the demo. And as you can see, ZettaBlock is a data and also like a data and AI company, which is built for the open future of the AI economy 3.0. And reach out to us if you have any questions, and stay tuned. Our testnet is going to be launched in a month, and also there's a lot of exciting AI capabilities for developers to build on top. And the most good thing here is you will have exactly the same experience as what you used when you use like Databricks or like any scale together AI type of Web 2 solutions to build models. But in the meantime, we can guarantee and track the provenance and attributions of the entire process on chain. Thank you.